Hello guys, Paul here from Arizona, and today I thought I'd have a little fun and do a lather off between two of the Mighty Mite tiny brushes, and today I'm going to be using the Omega Bigger Bambino and the Simpson Wee Scot. So there's a little size comparison between the two. The Wee Scot is definitely the king when it comes to size. This is definitely a very small brush. The Bigger Bambino, the only difference between this and the Bambino is the fact that the handle on this is a little bit longer. The knot is the same knot, it's just a little bit bigger handle. So I think the Bambino handle comes up to about there. So I guess if you compared the Wee Scot to the Bambino, it's probably going to be close to the same size. As you can see, the loft is a lot higher on the Bambino brush, and the knot on this is reportedly 14 millimeters, and I believe this one is like 16 millimeters, although it doesn't, they look to be pretty similar. So anyways, there's the two brushes I'm going to be using, and they've both been soaking while I took my shower, and I did my normal face prep with the shower. I used the Musco Real soap. I'm using the oak moss soap, which I got. I have really been a big fan of the glycerin lime oil soap. This is a glycerin and oak moss soap. Smells great, kind of a earthy, musky smell, and it's really quite pleasant, and it has the same effect on the skin as the glycerin lime oil soap, in my opinion. So I'm going to be using a hard soap today, and I've chosen the Tabac for the job. That's been kind of soaking for a little while, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to load each brush for 30 seconds in the soap, and then I'm going to lather one side of my face with one brush, the other side of my face with the other brush for the first pass, and then I'll alternate sides, and I'll do 4 passes. That way each brush can have lather one side of the face twice. And what I'll do is when I load the brush, I'm going to load the brush, and then I'm going to rinse off the puck so that I don't have any residual soap that might give one brush an unfair advantage to the other. So I'm going to go ahead and start loading the brushes, and I'll start with the Wee Scot, and I'm just going to load this for 30 seconds. And what I want to see is how well these brushes lather, and then how much lather they hold, if they'll hold enough for the full shave. So, okay, that's about 30 seconds right there. And there's the puck afterwards, and I will rinse that off. I'm going to go ahead and just moisten the side of my face here. And I'm going to go ahead and start lathering. This brush is really pretty soft. No scratchiness or scritchiness to it at all. And it really creates a nice lather with very little effort. So there you go. And that's the brush afterwards. So I'm going to go ahead and just dump the water out of my scuttle. I will go ahead and just set the brushes in the scuttle to try and keep them a little bit warm. And then I'm going to rinse off the soap. Okay, so they're starting with the soap without any lather on it, and I'll go ahead and load the Omega again for about 30 seconds. Okay, there we go, 30 seconds. There's the Omega loaded, and I'll go ahead and start applying the lather. Then the Omega has a slightly more squishiness to it, but really not much. This brush is actually pretty soft. I've actually broken this brush in fairly well. Okay, so on the first lathering, I would say that it's pretty similar to the thickness and density of the lather. There's the Omega. I'm going to set those in the scuttle. I'm going to be using my slant, Merkur slant, and I've loaded it with a Scot blade. Again, one of my favorite blades, and this is one of my favorite combinations, so I'm going to go ahead and use this. Okay, first pass down, and then wet my face. I'm just going to go ahead and wipe off any residual soap so as not to, again, not to give one an unfair advantage to the other. And next we'll go ahead and do the right side of the face with the Omega. Okay, and now for the Wee Scot. And we'll go ahead and second pass, that we're going to cross the grain. Okay. Again, we'll wipe off the residual soap. And we'll go ahead and lather up again. Time with the Wee Scot on the right side. And the Omega on the left. So on the third pass, lather's pretty close. The Omega side maybe just slightly thicker than the Wee Scot side. So just something to note here. I've got a little spot there on my Adam's apple that I keep irritating, and looks like I may have got a little nick there. I don't know, we'll see. Okay, let's go ahead and rinse the soap one more time for the final pass. Okay, Omega, right side. So pass number 4, the Omega, looks like it's still going pretty strong. Still quite a bit of lather left in that brush for the 4th pass. Okay, time for the Wee Scot. And again, plenty of lather for the 4th pass. Still going strong. And here we go, final pass. I should probably move that spot away from the Adam's apple so I don't keep irritating it. Okay. Okay, it's pretty good. I think we're going to call that good. Don't think today I'm going to be doing any touch-ups. 4 passes is plenty. Go ahead and wipe this cream off. So in summary, I would say both of these brushes are really pretty doggone good brushes just in general as a shaving brush. They both will hold plenty of lather for a good 4-pass shave, as you can see. And they both performed admirably with a hard soap such as the tobacco. I really can't see a whole, at least for a standard shave, a whole lot of difference in the lather holding ability of both of these brushes. As far as size, the Wee Scot is the smallest. As far as softness goes, again, the Wee Scot is the softest of the two, although the Omega, when broken in, is actually quite soft as well. Even though both these brushes are small, they're fairly easy to hold on to. This is probably a little easier to hold on to just because the handle's a little bit bigger, but this is not bad at all. They both still have quite a bit of lather left in them. There's Wee Scot. There is the Omega. So I think both of these would really perform great as a travel brush. I will say this with the Omega, when I first got it, it did not hold enough lather for 4 passes. It did take some breaking in. I had to use this for a good 2 or 3 weeks to really get it broken in. Probably about 2 weeks, and it seemed to break in pretty good, and I was getting enough lather for a 3 to 4 pass shave, or 3 pass shave with touch-ups without any problem. It also was more scratchy or scritchy from the very beginning, but that has pretty much gone away. Since it's broken in, it's nice and soft now, and I don't have any problem with it at all. The difference in the softness of those brushes is really pretty fine. So both these would be great travel brushes. The Omega takes a little bit more work to get it to where you want it, I think. But I think the big difference is price. The Wee Scot goes for about $40 US, and the Omega is about $10. So if you compare the price, the Omega is definitely the bargain of the two. If I was going to get one as a travel brush, I probably would go with the Omega. It's just cheaper, and if you're using it for travel, unless you're traveling all the time, it's not going to get used as much as your regular everyday brushes. So kind of hard to justify maybe spending $40 on a brush that's not going to be, that you're not going to use that much. Now, that being said, the Simpson brush should not be resigned to just travel duties alone. This would be a great day-to-day brush. I mean, I don't see any reason someone couldn't use this every day. Because of its small size, you can really precisely apply the lather. Now, since I don't shave my upper lip and chin, but this would be great for applying lather to the upper lip really precisely without getting lather in your nose. And I don't see any reason you couldn't use this every day. And of the two, it definitely is more luxurious than the Omega. Also because since it's a Simpson, it has a little bit more panache, I guess, to it. But both great brushes, can't go wrong with either one. I think they both perform great. I don't really see a big deficiency between either one of them as far as performance goes. So anyways, that's the video. I'm just going to finish off here with a little tobacco aftershave lotion. As long as we're using the tobacco soap, you might as well go all tobacco today. And for anybody out there who hasn't tried the tobacco, really is good performing soap. The products are really nice. I was not too keen on the scent when I first got it, but I have to say it really has grown on me over time, and I really enjoy the tobacco and the scent of the tobacco. So if you're curious and you like using hard soap, this definitely would come highly recommended. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed that, and have a great weekend. See you later.